If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G, flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You put the, you end up dead. The West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got all in your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all the that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them tempers.
Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Cleveland Browns and the Minnesota Vikings. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the lot. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Now Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Returnable for Thomas. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. They started on the ground with Eckler. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain on the play there, second down.
This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Once more, here's Eckler. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 3rd down. And he finds Corey Davis.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throw left side complete. That's Davis.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Wentz
throwing the out route, and he's got Eckler.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of 1st.
It's now 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz.
And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
At the 13-yard line.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
T. Higgins, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He hits his target, Lockett. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty. It's caught. Lockett. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 4th down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead. Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run out. And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Zeke going to get it on the option. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. The Vikings had 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they moved back above 500 with a victory last week. And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year, because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And right side, they're going to go option here. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the option, here's Elliott. It's a room to maneuver. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now. Down at the 31. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Room here
looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Dak going to hand it to Elliott on the option. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. 51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Elliott. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Gay's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
What a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Browns drive about to get started. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
They stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. Here's 2nd and 10. Now wins. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. To throw again. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Maxwell's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
It's a squibber picked up around the 27. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. Final play of the half, Prescott. This complete to Lockett. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Game on 4th field goal. A 60-yard attempt.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with a lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Glenn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try to win this ball game.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And he is going to have the Browns first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 in 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Wentz. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball, let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Eckler now between the tackles. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. On 2nd and 12, Wentz. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Has been a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
a 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Again, it's Elliott.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Zeke going to get it on the option.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
59 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
If these guys going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They'll try to throw now. Prescott.
They'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
To throw is Prescott. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
A loss of 7. It's 4th down.
Fourth down, Prescott. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Meanwhile, down in Chicago, and you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Prescott's throw complete there to Moore.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. First down, Prescott. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Returning right back to Lockett. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so, they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Pass complete. It's to Ezekiel Elliott, who's running back. Touchdown, Vikings! Ezekiel Elliott with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Vikings are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davis. And he is going to lose yardage here. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. To throw is Wentz. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now Wentz. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the 2nd half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on 3rd down and move it closer. Prescott from the gun. Flushed out right. And that's Elliott, complete. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4. They'll run it with Elliott. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Prescott. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot. So what can they do to get closer now on 3rd down? Throwing. Prescott. Left side complete to Lockett. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started. But the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. Pass caught. Hits Davis on the crossing route. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays.
Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Quick throw out wide by Wentz. Touchdown, Browns! Corey Davis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Important extra point up and through. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did. And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Julian Love picks it. And the Vikings are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Now Dak
steps away to his left. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses will focus so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
He's got Elliott, and he will get out of bounds to stop the clock as he picks up maybe 8, and that's all. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Prescott.
Flush to his right.
Finding Schultz, and he's out of bounds with a first down with 11 seconds remaining.
A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Prescott.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here's Dak.
He hits his target, Lockett.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. With 1 second to go, this to send us to overtime. And his kick is right there. It's good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rule.
So it's the Browns who are going to get possession first here in overtime as the kick's away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns drive about to get started. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down to get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. On play action, Wentz. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game, and boy, they did it well.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And taken right at the 35. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick 6, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And what can Prescott do in the OT? And this is caught. He hits more. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
And right side, they're going to go option here. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at the Browns' 29. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. They go to Elliott again. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Now a timeout called
accounted for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So it all rests now on the right foot of the kicker, Matt Gay. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good.